Okay, everybody, good morning. I think all have reached the class on time, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Hanji. Give me just one moment. Uh, Attendance I will mark because I have. Gaurav is also present today. Gaurav, good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Okay, how are you?
Fine, ma'am.
Good. So let me share the screen with you all. Okay. Share screen. Okay. Can you see now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Okay. Lok Sabha and Vidhan Sabha elections are held after every
Ma'am,
5 years.
5 and 6. 5 years.
5 years.
is 6. Who is saying 6 years?
Ma'am, 5 years.
5 years only. Very good. Okay. What are general elections? What are general
Ma'am.
elections? Yes, Gargi.
Ma'am, the elections which are held at the same time in every constituency.
Very good. They are called the general elections. Very good.
Ma'am, can you please repeat this?
Yes.
Can you please repeat this? General elections.
Beta, elections held in all the constituencies at the same time are called general elections. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Now, what do you understand by by-election? What do you
Ma'am,
understand?
may I?
Yes, yes, Nana.
Ma'am,
Yes,
the by-elections, like sometimes when the elections are held for only one constituency to fill the vacancy, which is caused by someone's death or resignation. Uh, so
very good.
this type of
Very good.
election is known as by-election.
Yes. Pavni, can you repeat?
Yes, ma'am. By-election is that kind of election which is held in a particular constituency because of the death or resignation of a particular member.
Very good. Very good. Can you tell what are mid-term elections?
May I?
Yes, Gargi.
Ma'am, midterm election takes place when the Lok Sabha is dissolved within the period of its rule.
See, whenever the Lok Sabha get dissolved before the completion of its tenure, then it is called, then the midterm elections are held. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Everybody understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Can you tell what are electoral constituencies? Yes, Gargi, tell.
Ma'am, for the purpose of election, our country or an area is divided into various small divisions which are known as electoral constituencies.
Very good. Electoral constituencies are the constituencies which are made for the election purposes, or to be very precise, when the country is divided into different areas for the purpose of elections, then then those areas are called electoral constituencies. Very good. How many representatives are elected by voters in an area?
Ma'am, one.
Only one representative is elected.
Ma'am, one.
By the
Ma'am,
voters.
one representative for one area.
Very good. One representative for one area. Very good. For Lok Sabha elections, our country is divided into how many constituencies?
543.
543.
Gaurav?
543.
Gaurav? Beta Gaurav?
Yes, ma'am.
बताइए कितने कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसीज में हमारे कंट्री को डिवाइड करते हैं लोकसभा इलेक्शंस के लिए?
Ma'am, 543.
वेरी गुड. अच्छा, जो व्हाट इज द मेंबर ऑफ अ पार्लियामेंट, नहीं गलत हो गया क्वेश्चन, रुको. व्हाट इज द रिप्रेजेंटेटिव इलेक्टेड फ्रॉम ईच कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी कॉल्ड?
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
member of
member of
parliament.
parliament, MP.
हाँ, मेंबर ऑफ
Of
पार्लियामेंट.
MP,
Parliament.
हाँ,
MP.
एमपी, मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट. वेरी गुड. Why do you think that our constitution required that each constituency should have a roughly equal population living within it?
Ma'am, because every vote should have an
Each
equal
vote
value.
should have one value.
Very good. So that
Ma'am, each vote should have equal and value.
very good. So that each vote gets a value. Very good. Now, when the state is divided into specific number of assembly constituencies, in that case, what is the elected representative called?
Member of legislative assembly or an MLA.
Assembly.
Okay, very, very good. It is MLA or member of legislative assembly.
Member of Legislative Assembly.
Very good. Okay.
Ma'am, for being an MLA, we need to be MP.
No, not necessary, beta. Not necessary.
Okay,
It is
ma'am.
not. It is not necessary at all. चलिए. Now, what do you mean by reserved constituencies?
Ma'am,
Beta, is the recording going on?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine.
Yes, ma'am, it's good.
हाँ, thank you so much. हाँ, बताइए, what is a reserved constituency? Pavni?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell beta.
Ma'am, reserved constituencies come under such kind of constituencies which are reserved for people who actually belong to categories like scheduled caste or scheduled tribe.
Okay. Now, why this provision of reserved constituency was, kept by the constitution makers? Can you tell?
So that also the deprived classes also get the opportunity to vote.
Very good. Very good. Can you tell? Okay. सचिन, आप हैं क्लास में क्या? नहीं. विभांशु, आप होंगे ना क्लास में? बेटा विभांशु, आप क्लास में हो?
No, ma'am, he's not there in the meeting.
There. Okay. Gaurav, are you there, beta? Beta Gaurav? Gaurav, chaliye, those who are there. Anamta, you are there? Anamata is also not there. What is this? Okay, fine. Those who are there, question for them. Can you tell currently in the Lok Sabha how many seats are reserved for scheduled caste and scheduled tribes?
Ma'am, 84 and 40.
Ma'am, 84 for scheduled caste and 47 for scheduled.
Ma'am, 84 seats for the scheduled caste and 47
47
for
for
the
ST.
scheduled tribes.
Very good. Very good. 84
Yes,
seats.
ma'am.
Currently, 84 seats are reserved for the scheduled castes and 47 seats are reserved for the scheduled tribes in the Lok Sabha. Very good. Very good. Another question. Zainab तो अब आ रही है, बड़ी लेट हो गई है. How many seats are reserved in rural and urban local bodies for women candidates?
Ma'am, 1/3.
Ma'am, 1/3.
Very good.
1/3.
Ma'am, 1/3.
Huh. What is
Ma'am,
voters?
1/3.
Huh. Very good. 1/3 seats are reserved in the rural and urban local bodies for women candidates. Now tell me, what is the official name of voters list?
Ma'am, electoral roll.
Electoral roll.
Electoral
Ma'am,
roll.
electoral roll.
Fine. Fine. Can anybody define this electoral roll for me? What exactly is it?
Ma'am, may I?
Yes, Gargi.
Ma'am, electoral roll is the list of all those candidates who are eligible to vote.
Very good. And when is this voters list updated?
Ma'am, after each 5 years.
After
Huh.
every 5 years.
After
Very
each
good.
5 years.
This was Shrishti Gautam?
Yes, ma'am.
Huh. After every 5 years, this voters list is updated. Now, Shrishti, tell me why after every 5 years this voter list is updated?
Ma'am, because every 5 years there is an election, and for that election, the candidates are renewed if they are like some are dead or some have shifted to other places. Therefore,
Very good.
these lists are.
Very good. For the purpose of the elections, this voter list is updated after every 5 years. Very good. Now, why do we have this provision of, updating this voters list? Can't we do without updating the voters list? What is ensured by updating the voters list?
Ma'am, that no false
Ma'am,
votes are
that
casted in the name of other person.
Okay, what else? What else?
And ma'am, also that all the citizens, like every year, citizens get eligible to vote, so their name should be
Added to it.
there in the.
Why it is ensured that their names are added to the list?
So that everyone can give their vote.
That is there.
So that there is a free and fair election.
Yes, because no, not for the free and fair election part, but because in our country we follow the universal adult franchise, where every candidate who is 18 years or above needs to be added to the voters list, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Because no one should be denied the right to vote. No, that is why this list is updated after every 5 years whenever we have elections in the country. Do we have discrimination based, when this voters list is made, do we drop out those names who are not very rich, who are not educated?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Why
No, ma'am.
why is it so? Why this provision is not there?
No discrimination is done, and everyone is eligible to vote, so
Ma'am,
everyone must
because
be given a
according to
chance to vote.
universal identifier.
Now what if election commission feels that this discrimination should be there, then
Ma'am, then the elections would not be
Ma'am,
considered
the
democratic.
yes,
and
ma'am.
what else
And
think
ma'am,
of,
because of
because
our country follows the universal adult franchise, so according to it, no one can be discriminated to vote, and everyone can vote apart, like not considering their caste or religion.
and moreover in the constitution
Ma'am, the
in the constitution we have given the right to equality as a basic fundamental right. Every individual in the country is treated equally, devoid of the fact of caste, creed, color, sex, gender, whatever you say. There is no discrimination followed on any basis, right?
yes,
Right.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
If this question comes, you can write that because the constitution has given us right to equality, where equality has to be practiced within all the citizens of the country. That is why no discrimination can be followed by even the election commission in giving the right to vote provision to few. Okay, everyone is eligible to vote who is 18 years or above, right? Okay, coming to the next part.
Yes.
Yes. Huh. Uh, can right to vote denied to somebody in the country?
Ma'am, the persons with unsound mind and some of the criminals.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. The persons having some criminal background.
Those who are criminals or the ones who are with unsound mind, of course, the election commission denies right to vote for them. Okay, very good. Now coming to this. Do we have the provision to hide certain things? How I can use? Acha, we cannot. Hmm. Chalo, let it be.
Ma'am, you can scribble on that.
How do I scribble? वो कुछ समझ ही नहीं आ रहा है, हो ही नहीं रहा है वो.
Ma'am, a pen tool is here.
This one. Uh, how to use this? I don't know. Chalo, let
Ma'am,
it.
you may see you are viewing Sashi Prabha's screen means.
Acha, I can undo that, no?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, there you can see view options and then there is annotate.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
चलो रहने दो, इतना टाइम नहीं वेस्ट करेंगे खाम का. चलो आप ये बताओ हमें, what is the number of general constituent what is the number of general constituencies in India?
412.
412.
Ma'am, 412.
412. Okay,
Ma'am, it is 412.
right. Tell me how many states are there in our country?
Ma'am, 28.
Ma'am, 28.
28.
Very good. Very good. There are 28
Ma'am,
states in
28.
our country. Very good. Now tell me, how many constituencies are there in Mizoram?
Ma'am, 1.
Ma'am,
In,
1.
Ma'am, one. One.
in Tamil Nadu? In Tamil Nadu?
39.
39.
39. Very good. Okay. Can you tell me how many union territories have just one constituency?
Ma'am, 7.
7 of the union territories have
Ma'am,
just
7.
constituency. Very good.
Seven.
What is the number of constituencies in the Jammu and Kashmir union territory?
Ma'am, 5.
5.
Five. Ma'am, 5.
Which union territory has the maximum number of constituencies?
Delhi.
Ma'am, Delhi.
Delhi. Very good. Very good. Okay. Tell me which state has the maximum number of constituencies?
Ma'am, Uttar Pradesh.
Ma'am, Uttar Pradesh.
And what is the number? What is the number?
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
80.
80.
80. Very good. Okay. After Uttar Pradesh, which state has the maximum number of constituencies?
Ma'am,
Huh?
Maharashtra.
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 Very good. 48. Can you tell me what is the number of constituencies of Goa?
Ma'am, 2.
Why
Ma'am,
we
two.
we have just two constituencies there in Goa?
Ma'am,
Because
because
it's a
Goa
very
is quite small and its
yeah.
population is also low.
Very less. Very good. Very good. Okay. Which all states have does not have more than two constituencies? Which states?
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
Arunachal Pradesh,
Yes.
Goa,
Yes.
Meghalaya,
Ma'am,
Meghalaya.
8
Manipur,
Manipur.
Mizoram,
Huh?
Ma'am,
Nagaland.
Meghalaya.
Mizoram,
Goa,
Nagaland.
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
Sikkim.
it is Nagaland, Mizoram.
Yes,
Mizoram,
Tripura.
Tripura. Very good.
Tripura.
Tripura. That's it. That's it. That's it. Very good. Very good. Now tell me, uh, which all states? ये आप नाम मत बोलो, मुझे नंबर्स बताओ, ठीक है? अपने आप मन में कैलकुलेट करके then you tell me the number. Okay. How many states have more than 20 constituencies? 20 or more than 20? Yes. Gargi.
Ma'am,
12
12.
states. 12 states.
I'm 12.
12
Ma'am,
states have.
From 12 states.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
12.
ठीक है. Then can you tell the number of constituency? हाँ जी बेटा, पावनी बोलो.
Ma'am, we had to include 20 or not?
Of course you have to.
Then it's coming 13.
It's coming 13. नहीं, रुको check
Ma'am,
करने दो.
it's 12. I have included 20 also.
हाँ. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 ही है बेटा पावनी.
Okay, ma'am.
हाँ 12 ही है, 13 नहीं है. चलिए. हाँ. Can you tell me the number of constituencies of Madhya Pradesh and Haryana?
Ma'am, Madhya
Ma'am,
Pradesh
29 and 10.
29.
Madhya Pradesh,
Ma'am,
Haryana 10.
Haryana 10.
MP 29 and Haryana?
10.
10.
Okay.
Ma'am, 10.
Very good. Which states have more than 30 Lok Sabha constituencies?
Ma'am, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Uttar Pradesh, West Bengal.
Bihar.
So what is the number?
Ma'am, 5.
5.
Ma'am, 5.
5 states have more than 30 Lok Sabha constituencies, namely Bihar, then we have Maharashtra, then we have
Maharashtra,
Uttar Pradesh and West Bengal, right?
Tamil Nadu.
Very good.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Chaliye, I think maximum questions I have covered from here. Coming to the next page. Is educational qualification a major criteria for the people who give their name for contesting elections?
No, ma'am.
Why? Why is it so?
Ma'am, because it is not necessary that the person having educational qualification might be a good leader.
Because it is not relevant to all it is not relevant because see, it is not necessary that if a person is highly qualified may understand the problems of the people, and it may be possible that a person who is not educated at all but understands the problems of the people. So because democracy is all about, representatives, it is all about knowing about the problems of the people and trying to solve them out, figure them out. So if a person is good at that, then he has all the chances to become a minister, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What is this EPIC? What is this EPIC?
Ma'am, election photo identity card.
Election photo identity card.
Now, what is this required for? Why do we have this election photo identity card? Where is it needed?
Ma'am,
At the time of
Check whether the
voting.
candidate is.
No, where is it used? When is it used?
Ma'am, at the time of
ma'am,
Ma'am,
it is
to
used
vote.
when the people go out for vote.
When the people go out for voting, there it is used, right?
Used. Yes, ma'am.
Very good. Now, why this provision of photo identity card was made? Does it solve any purpose?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Acha, what is the purpose that is solved?
Ma'am, the purpose was
Because
that the people can vote only once, and like no one can vote, uh, give vote for the people, like um, for someone else.
Okay, Gargi, can you brief? Can you give it in brief?
yes, ma'am. Ma'am,
Atal,
it solved the issue that earlier the people used to cast false votes in name of the other people, and now as photos are there, so no one can do that.
very good. Just to avoid any kind of malpractices, these photo ID cards are required so that the person whose photo is there on the ID card can only vote. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What is the require? What are the qualifications for contesting elections for Lok Sabha?
Ma'am, one should be the candidate of India.
One should be the citizen of India.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then what else?
Ma'am, he or she should not have any criminal background.
Okay. What else?
Yes, ma'am, and
Very good. What else?
Ma'am, he should be of age of 25 or more than it.
He should not be less than 25 years of age. Very good. Okay. What is the age for contesting elections and what is the age for casting vote?
Ma'am, for
For
contesting, it
casting
is
vote,
minimum
age is
25,
18 years
and
and for the candidate, it is
for
25
voting,
years.
18.
For casting vote? And for casting
Ma'am,
vote?
for casting vote,
Ma'am,
it's
18
18.
years.
Very good. Very good class. Okay, fine. Now, I think this exercise we have done, no? Check your progress.
Yes, ma'am.
ठीक है, so we'll not do it again. My favorite part comes. Okay, tell. Mm, what is the duration of election campaigns uh, in our
Ma'am,
country?
2 weeks.
And 2 weeks.
It is for 2 weeks period. Very good. Now tell me, who gave this slogan "Garibi Hatao"? Which political party gave this slogan?
Ma'am, Congress.
And Congress party.
Congress party. Okay. Who was the leader of Congress party at that
Indira
time?
Gandhi.
Indira.
Gandhi.
Okay. In which elections, Lok Sabha or state assembly elections, these slogans were read out?
Ma'am, Lok Sabha.
Lok Sabha elections.
ठीक है? Very good. Now, name the political party that gave the slogan Gantantra Bachao. Sorry, Jantantra
And
Bachao.
Janta Party.
It was Janta Party under the leadership of.
ma'am, it is the
And
Janta Party.
Jayaprakash Narayan.
And in Lok Sabha elections or assembly elections?
Ma'am, Lok Sabha election.
Lok Sabha elections.
Okay. Very good. Very good. Mm. Why this Save Democracy slogan was given by Janta Party? And what promises were made by Janta Party?
Ma'am, they promised that they would restore civil liberties during the emergency.
They promised to undo the excesses that were committed during the emergency and restore the civil liberties. Very good. During which elections land to tiller slogan was given by the left front?
Ma'am, during the West
Bengal
Bengal
Ma'am,
Assembly
the
election in
elections which
19.
were held in
Now
1977.
these West Bengal elections were Lok Sabha elections or state elections?
Ma'am, state elections.
And state elections.
Ma'am, there were state elections.
These were state elections. Very good. Mm, what is meant by land to the tiller? Yes, class. What is meant by land to the tiller?
I'm transferring the land to those who are tilling it.
Ha.
Ma'am,
The land to
transfer
the
of land to
farmers.
the peasants or someone.
Ha. Right. To the peasants only. Now, why this slogan was given, do you know?
And maybe the land was taken away from the peasants.
Yes, ma'am.
In another class, we will discuss this. We have very less time left. So in another class, we will discuss this. Okay. I'll tell you why the slogan was given. Ha. Chaliye. Uh, mm, do we need to regulate the election campaigns?
Yes, ma'am.
Why do we need to regulate the election campaigns?
Ma'am, so that unfair practices are not used by any party and every party gets a fair and equal chance to compete.
Very good. Very good.
Yes, ma'am.
Every party gets the fair chance to win the elections. Now, can you tell me what is this election law called?
Ma'am, code of conduct.
Hanji.
Code of conduct.
Very good. Election law is also called as code of conduct. Can you tell what are the provisions that are kept under model code of conduct for the election campaigns? Srishti?
Ma'am, we need to tell what the code of conduct says.
Yes, yes, yes. What norms are followed by the political parties during the campaigns?
Okay, ma'am, that the parties cannot use any worship place for the election propaganda.
Okay.
The government could not use the political parties could not use the government vehicles, aircraft, or any unofficials for election.
Yes.
And once the election are announced, minister shall lay foundation stone of any project, take any big policy decision, or make any promises of providing public facilities.
Right. Right. What else comes under this election law? Can the party or the candidates bribe or threaten the voters?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No. ठीक है. Can they use government resources for election campaign?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay. What money is decided for spending in election campaign by the constituencies for Lok Sabha and for the assembly election?
Ma'am, rupees
For
25 lakh
Lok
for
Sabha,
Lok
it
Sabha
is
and 10
25
lakh
lakh,
for
and
assembly
for
election.
election it is 10 lakh.
It is 10 lakhs. Very good. Hmm. Acha. Which is the final stage of election?
Ma'am, the counting of votes.
Ma'am, the announcement.
The votes.
Ma'am, the counting of vote.
नहीं.
Ma'am,
हाँ,
polling day.
polling and counting of votes are the final stages of the of any elections. ठीक है? What is the polling day called officially?
Ma'am,
Ma'am, the
election day.
election day.
हाँ,
Election day.
it is called the election.
Ma'am, the election.
अच्छा. Now, who all can go to the polling booths for voting?
Ma'am, every citizen of
Ma'am,
India who
every
is above 18
citizen
years
has
of age.
Name
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
yes,
the
ma'am.
in voting.
voters.
And ma'am, people whose name is there on the voters list.
Yes. All those people whose name are mentioned in the voters list can go to a nearby polling booth to cast their vote. Now tell me, where do we generally have these polling booths?
I'm in a local school or government office.
Very good.
Ma'am, in the nearby
Not a
constituency.
Very good.
Government.
In a local school or a government office in the constituency, yes,
Yes, ma'am.
of the constituency. Very good. Um, how does the election officials identify that a person is coming again for casting his or her vote?
Ma'am, they put a
Ma'am,
mark on
EBI.
their
Put a mark on
finger.
their finger. Index
And
finger.
allow his
And
or
they
her
even
to
mark
cast
it
a
in their
vote.
list.
Okay, any one of you please tell.
Ma'am, may I?
Yes, Gargi.
Ma'am, the person who has casted his or her vote has a mark on his or her finger, and even the election official mark their name in the list they are having.
So there is no chance of double voting by the same voter, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Who sits inside the polling booth to ensure that the voting takes place in a fair manner?
I'm an agent of each
An
candidate.
agent of each candidate.
Ma'am, the official.
Yes, Srishti, बताओ बेटा.
Ma'am, an agent of each candidate sit.
The agent of each political party sits in the at the polling booths so that they can ensure that no forgery or no unfair means are used to pressurize the voters to vote for a particular party or a candidate. Very good. Okay. Coming to the next part, that is चलिए ये बताइए, who ensures free and fair elections in our country?
Ma'am, Election
Ma'am,
Commission of
election
India.
commission.
Commissioner.
Okay, election commission ensures free and fair elections in our country. Now, who appoints this election commission?
President of India.
Ma'am, the president of any country or India.
President of
Huh.
India.
Okay, the president of the country, we are talking about India, so president of our country appoints the election commissioner. Now, once the chief election commissioner is appointed